passengers only. There is no parking in the red zone.
Be quiet! It's Thursday, February 5th, the year of our Lord 2026, and this is your Daily MoJo. Now, here's Savannah Guthrie, along with her brother and sister.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She is funny, spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
The light is missing from our lives. Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast to joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day, despite having already passed through great trials of pain and grief. We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
This is just such a bizarre story.
Yeah.
I mean, they heard through the media about a ransom letter. This is just, it's crazy. She put this, Savannah Guthrie put this on her Instagram account, and it's just, I mean, there are no words. Why would you pick, of all people, if she did get abducted, why would you pick Savannah Guthrie's mom? And how would you even know she lived there? It's just, there's so many questions and no answers, and we don't know. I mean, it sounds to me like they don't even know if it's a real ransom letter. And Savannah was referencing that we live in an age where so many things could be manipulated, that images, referring to AI, and the fact you can't trust anything. So even if they get a video of their mom saying, hey, I've been kidnapped or whatever, not even sure it's her.
Yeah.
Could be it's just. Glad 86 says smirking husband may not. What smirking husband? I think that's her brother. Yeah, that's her brother and her sister. So they went to and there were reports yesterday. I don't know how accurate they are that that the brother-in-law, the sister's husband, was a suspect. But I mean, the first thing that the cops generally do is check all family members, because I don't know if it's 8 out of 10 times or 9 out of 10 times it's a family member who commits a crime like this. If it was a crime. I mean, for all we know, she could have fallen down, hit her head, and was bleeding, and then wandered off into the desert. We don't know. I mean, that's probably unlikely, but we just don't know. And it's now the president has committed basically the federal forces. Yeah. He was asked if
I think he said cash down there.
He was. See here, what? This is a report from Fox News. It's always interesting watching the was it Fox Live Now, because these are I don't know where this person is sitting, but wherever she is, she's like running her own show. She punches her own show. She brings up the video. She's doing it all. Yeah. I mean, even at Fox, they are running on a budget.
Thanks for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Christina Evans. As promised, we're going to get into some of those updates that have to do with Nancy Guthrie. She's the mother of NBC anchor Savannah Guthrie. I want to put this up on your screen from the Pima County Sheriff's Department saying this: Sheriff Nanos will not be holding any media availability today. The next scheduled briefing is Thursday, February 5th at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And so we've been following the very latest coming to us out of Arizona, as those authorities are still looking for the 84-year-old mother of the Today Show host, Savannah Guthrie. This is after they say she was taken from her home in Tucson, Arizona, against her will over the weekend. It is imperative to note that Nancy Guthrie, who was last seen on Saturday night, is found soon. This is because she could die without some of her medication, according to the sheriff's office.
And you notice down there at the bottom of the little, whatever that is, little card, no suspect or person of interest has been identified at this time. And that was as of 14 hours ago. This was officially broadcast.
And so the last news conference was held on Tuesday, where the sheriff urged the public to offer tips, but revealed very few details about that investigation. And this was put out earlier this morning on their X account, giving an update today, saying this: at this point, investigators have not identified a suspect or person of interest in this case. Detectives continue to speak with anyone who may have had contact with Mrs. Guthrie. Detectives are working closely with the Guthrie family. While we appreciate the public's concern, the sharing of unverified accusations or false information is irresponsible and does not assist the investigation.
So I guess basically calling out people who were saying anything about the brother-in-law, but who know? I mean, that's the thing, is if they don't put out information, nature abhors a vacuum, and people will make stuff up, and all sorts of theories will be floating around out there. So again, this is if it's an abduction for ransom, it's the weirdest abduction for ransom. I mean, Savannah Guthrie, she's not poor, but I mean, she's not Bill Gates rich. Why wouldn't you abduct Bill Gates' mom if you're going to do that? Whole thing is just really...
The quote that I got this morning is, she's probably in Mexico.
But why?
Don't know. That's just the quote that I've received this morning. So,
probably in Mexico.
And here's my thought. What if this absolutely has zero to do with Savannah Guthrie?
Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility. It's... If it was my family member, I would want this message everywhere, which is why I played it.
Yeah.
If you got what?
I started to say, if you got to think, Tucson is close enough to the Mexican border that the cartels may be around, may be there. I'm not saying it's a cartel snatch. I'm just saying it's close enough to the border for it to have been possibly cartel
Did she see something she wasn't supposed to see? I mean, did she stumble on something that it could be that freaky?
Could be,
just
yeah.
She was at the store and she walked around to her car. I don't know if she could drive or not, but walked around and saw two guys exchanging money.
Yeah.
And who knows? I mean, it is just so damn strange. But the who was it that called out the president? At a press conference, they said, "Hey, would you?" And I guess Trump has spoken with Savannah. She wrote this whole thing is fascinating in that you generally think of the mainstream media as godless animals because a lot of the time they act like that. Savannah may be different. Maybe. She wrote a book. She wrote a children's book. And then I couldn't resist this clip because I was like, what is she wearing? But that is not nice. That is not nice. However, it did remind me to look up, remember Miss Derry, Brian Nguyen?
Wow.
Brian Nguyen? You don't? Oh. Miss Derry, back when they were daring us.
Oh,
Much
wait
like
a minute. Are you talking about the pageant winner?
The fat dude who won the Miss Derry.
Yes, I remember.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying that reminded me to look that up, and I'll tell you what I learned about the latest on Brian Nguyen. But this is I know who she is, but you go ahead and introduce this news person.
Anya Lachelle? Yeah, that's Anya Lachelle.
I knew that.
So she puts a smile on your face every weekday morning here on NBC 10. No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Today co-host Savannah Guthrie.
She's likable.
And now she's making sure that smile stays.
What is she wearing? Seriously.
She's with you just before bedtime. She's out with a brand new children's book called Mostly What God Does Is Love You. Ashton Martinez talked to Savannah about what inspired her to write this book.
Savannah Guthrie is known for bringing the news to millions every morning on The Today Show, where her latest project takes a much more tender tone. Her first solo authored children's book, Mostly What God Does Is Love You.
So many things are going on in the world today that a lot of maybe children cannot understand and can make them feel a little bit unsafe in the world. Tell me a little bit about how maybe this book is there to coddle them and give them a safe space.
Yeah, I really hope it does. I mean, kids, especially at nighttime, I imagine.
You can hear her voice.
somebody-
She just took time off to have an operation on her vocal cords because I guess she had nodules on them, which has been repaired. She was back on the show for a while. That's the other thing. She hasn't even really been in the public eye. You know, for the past few, I don't know if it's been weeks or months because I don't watch Today anymore. I used to all the time. Used to love the Today Show, but she was out for her surgery. And so, again, if it is an abduction, it's like if you're a kidnapper and you're going down the list of, we could kidnap this person, the Lindbergh baby, Bill Gates, whoever, Elon Musk's kids, any number of people. At what point on the list do you get to Savannah Guthrie's mom? It's obviously there's a lot we don't know about what's happening with this case, but it will be fast, and I hope they find her I hope they find her safe. I mean, it's being a realist. That is not looking good, but I certainly. And can you imagine if you are in that family and you go to sleep at night and you wonder where she is, and you wake up in the morning and you thought it was a dream, and nope, it floods right back in.
Yeah,
and
if you're
you
even
still don't
able
know
to
where
sleep.
she is.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you take a few Benadryl and you're able to sleep. But it's just again, and maybe Savannah. Does it make a difference if she's different? If she's not like the rest of the mainstream media? Do we help her? Because, well, maybe she's not an evil psycho. Maybe she's not one of those people who lied to us all the time.
Maybe we pretend to be real Christians and just help no matter what. I mean, when I say pretend, I was being facetious, but the bottom line is maybe we act like real Christians and just help. It doesn't matter what your political leanings are. It doesn't matter whether you're gay, straight. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you're gay.
Help.
We don't want gay
just help. And the fact that Trump called her, because she's not a Trump fan. I get it. But Trump called her and said, look, I will give you this help. And he's helping her. Now,
is it a political move?
Is it
him being
anything
nice?
he does is a political move in somebody's eyes, whether it is or not. But the bottom line is if he can, get the federal government together and they can locate her using federal government resources, I'm not going to complain about it. Somebody will, but I'm not.
Kind of makes it hard to point fingers at him for being a Nazi when he is doing something like this.
Yeah.
And you will have those detractors who are like, oh, he's just doing it for the political clout. Yeah. I mean, you're never going to convince those people, but it's a nice thing to do. He didn't have to do it. Why would Hitler do that? That's what's going to really F with their brains. Why would a Nazi do that? I don't know. Maybe he's not a Nazi. Have you considered that? But I can't imagine. Michaela's mom says, I honestly had no clue who she was until you said the Today Show, but still don't know her. And again, it's viewership for that program and mainstream media in general has, tanked over the years. And Hoda Kotb, who was I liked Hoda Kotb. She was on the Today Show.
Yeah.
And funny, it's not called the Today Show. The program is called Today. Just over the years, people have...
They just call it
the Today Show.
Yeah.
But it's the show. The name of the show is Today. And that's it. It's not the Today Show. But Hoda Kotb has always been... I've always liked her. And I think she left at the beginning of...
It was a couple of years
ago. Or last year.
Yeah.
Was it the beginning of 25? Holy crap. If it was, the excuse that she used was stepping back, family, all that stuff. But I think what they're doing is they're cutting back everybody's salary. That's why Lester Holt left Nightly News. They're like, hey, by the way, we're cutting your pay. And Tom Lamas is going to step in, and he's going to make a whole lot less because it's just not the machine that it used to be where people ran to the network news to get their news, because you get news all day long now. You can get news whenever you want it, and quite frankly, from more reliable sources than the networks. But it'll be. I certainly hope that they find Savannah's mom. I really do. But it's just, man, it is not. It doesn't look good. And somebody else who we were afraid was missing. Well. Were we afraid he was missing? We just hadn't heard
hadn't heard from him in a while.
Just a reminder who we're talking about. This would be the Turtle.
The NDA this week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of...
He's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Cool. They're all staring at him.
Well, yeah, they're all coming to the realization that he is not okay, apparently.
How long does it take for you to realize?
Well, they were talking amongst themselves when he stopped talking, and I was watching them.
They're standing there. Which shows they weren't even listening to him.
Yeah.
Oh crap! He quit talking. Who is that on the right? That's not Dick Durbin, is it?
No,
that's not greasy enough to look like.
And
Dick
it's not
Durbin.
Thune, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
But no Thune if he bit me.
I think he steps up there. Yeah,
he's like, okay, no one else going to do it. I guess I'll step out.
Are you good?
Hey, you doing all right? Yeah, I'm good. There's Dick Durbin. Isn't it? I can always tell Dick. He looks greasy. He's a greasy looking Dick. And then we had the turtle.
I'm sorry, I had a hard time hearing you.
That's okay. What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
locked up.
Hard drive rebooting.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Why is she yelling at him right next to him?
Maybe his.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Yes, I did. I'm standing right here. Okay, buddy. Let's. The last time we saw
the look
Mitch
on
McConnell?
her face. Wow. No, I don't know when was the last time we saw him.
Last time we saw Mitch McConnell.
Wasn't he in a wheelchair when we saw him?
I'm referring to the last interview. Last time we saw him in an interview where he was giving us any vital information.
What is the situation? North Korea, China, Russia, Iran. This is a huge threat. A fight between the autocrats and the democracies.
Making sense, making points. Talking to Leslie Stahl. That would be February. I hate that extra R. I think it was February 5th. To the date.
To the day, yeah.
A year ago. That's the last time. I remember I found that one interview that he did on the some like public radio station in Kentucky, and he sounded like absolute crap. I think I was having and another example because I was thinking of what who was giving me. Oh, it was Jody 121 yesterday in the Rumble chat room. And if you are out there in one of the chat rooms, hello, thank you for joining us. Whether it's at the dailymojo.com or at Rumble or on YouTube, which I don't get over there enough. I always forget that we're on YouTube because it's like the crazy ex-girlfriend that you don't know if she's going to throw your phone at you or not. But so I'm a little wary to step into that room. Probably TMI. But it was Jody 121 who said you start using AI to look stuff up for you and you don't learn it. You don't learn it as well and it's bad for you. And I say a perfect example was going to the G-Rock, who, by the way, forgot the nickname again this morning. How weird is that? I mean, we went over this yesterday, dude. And he was like, I'm locked in now. Not going to forget that because he calls me Maverick and I called him G-Rock. And he swore yesterday up and down. I'm starting to get concerned about G-Rock. I think he and the turtle are having similar issues. He's locking up.
Yeah.
But I used G-Rock to say, hey, go find me. The last time Mitch McConnell was seen in an interview. And so he went out and looked. And I didn't have to do it. And I think that's a very efficient use of AI. You send somebody else to go look up the information, and then they bring the information back to you. I understand what Jody 121 was saying, because there is something about I can't remember the exact scientific principle, is that when you hear something, it follows a different path in your brain than when it goes through your eyeballs. There's a different neural pathway that it follows, and one of them is better than the other. And I think it's when it takes your eyeball path that it goes into your brain differently, and it sticks in there somehow better. But so I understand what Jody 121 is saying. Again, I think you just use it as a tool because it's here to stay. And until the EMP takes everything out, you might as well get used to it. But back to the original point that I was making, which was the interview that he did on again, I think it was public radio, which G-Rock did not find me the link to. Thanks, Dick. He says he did, but it's a dead link. You can't find good help these days. You really can't. And I would like, who do I complain to about the crappy AI help that I get for free?
Can you really complain about it, though? I mean,
damn straight I can. This is America. America in 2026. I can complain about the free AI assistant that I have that is not performing up to my standards, which I don't know if this happened for everybody, but yesterday I went to Grok and was having him create a thumbnail image, and he wouldn't do it.
Really? Interesting.
And so I'm curious if if you wouldn't mind, Ron, just go to your local machine there and just go to Grok and ask him just something simple, create a landscape layout image of a field of corn. Just something simple and quick, just to see if it will do the same thing to you. Because I then went and looked it up, and it was like, is anybody else having problems with their free AI assistant not doing what they told it to do when it comes to image creation? And they're like, yep, he won't do it anymore because reasons. And I think they're trying to push everybody toward, what's the image? Is it Grok Imagine?
Oh, wow. I said, can you create an image? And it said Grok was unable to reply. Something went wrong. Please refresh to reconnect or try again. Let's try.
So I don't know if that's if this is what they do. This is how drug dealers work. They give you a little taste. Hey, the first one's free. And then you get hooked on it. And then pretty soon you're like, I need my fix. I need my AI fix. And it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you big time. And you're like, but I don't have the money. Don't care. We want the money. Otherwise, bite us. Not sure they use that exact vernacular, but it's something.
I'm going to have to re-log in because now he's not answering any of my questions. So I think something is up with Grok.
You pissed him off, didn't you?
I did.
He's not answering it. What are we going to do? This is worse than the whole internet going down.
What is going on?
Right. See, I didn't mean to cause a panic, but apparently I caused a panic. Image of a field of corn. I don't know why I have corn on the brain.
Something went wrong.
But,
please refresh.
Yeah. So now when I ask him to create that image, he says, here's a selection of landscape images capturing expansive cornfields. It used to be he would just pop up. He would create an image and say, here you go, sir. May I have another? And now he's like, I'll go look at some stuff on the web for you, but it's going to cost you. Bastards.
He's back up now. Let me see if I can get it. Because there's a create images button.
But I think that takes you to Grok Imagine.
Oh.
I think that's separate from Grok.
I bet that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Migrating everybody over to. They get you hooked.
Oh, no, he created an image for me just now.
He did?
Yeah. Space image of.
What'd you do? What'd you promise to do for him?
I said, draw
What'd you promise to do for him?
This was one of the prompts. Draw a stardust shadow creature in a dreamscape. So that's what I did. Let's see.
Where the hell did that thing come? Where did that come from in your brain?
It was a recommendation.
Oh, you couldn't even think of something on your own? Draw a field of corn. Searching. No, see, every time I ask him to draw something or create it, he goes,
give me a 1280 by 720 image of a field of corn. And
make it hurt.
He's doing it. He did. Give me two images.
Created it?
Yes. Now I'm in Super Grok, which is inside of an X. Are you at grok.com?
I'm at grok.com.
All right. Let me go over there and see if that works.
Crafting Freak, I don't want to sound mean, but bad things happen to a lot of people every day, so it seems a little like a waste of time to spend 3 hours on Fox talking about this because her daughter is famous. It does actually kind of make you sound a little mean, but all right.
There were several mean comments in the chat this morning when we were playing her video.
That's all right. Don't have to listen. Timmy Doofus, Grok is actually a female and Brad pissed her off. Now, that is entirely possible because I am fairly good at that. I don't know how. It's a gift. I didn't ask for it, but I'm good at it. Glad 86, I want a set of boobies. Not for me.
Yeah,
Grok.com I guess.
Gave me 2 fields of corn. So
it's a very strange world we've awakened into this morning. Very strange world. Good thing there's lotion.
Yes.
Got it. Amazing. Did you get? Oh,
I got
a care pack?
I got my care pack.
Well, I was going to bring the soap down to your room.
Look, I got it.
So I'm not going to. You know what? I'm not bringing the soap down to your room then.
Don't bring the soap down.
I was going to come down there wearing nothing but a towel and a smile and bring the soap, and guess what? You lost.
This is it right here. This makes me happy when I take a shower. I mean,
when skies are gray,
dude. It's one of those. I don't know how to explain it. It's one of those things.
You will never know, dear.
If I'm, you know what? This makes me happy.
How much I love you.
Yeah, it's called Sleigh Ride. I don't even know if she makes it year round, but this is.
She's like, maybe Ron will shut the hell up if I send him some soap.
That's not what she
said. I have
said.
mine hanging. I'm having some you can't even
soap
see
on a rope
off to the side.
I may have to make me one of those too.
Didn't you have those in prison?
I didn't. No.
Huh.
Coconut, castor, shea butter, coconut butter, apple, nutmeg, and juniper berry.
Don't eat it. Do not eat it. It smells like you could eat it, but don't eat it. And because I have Tipsy Pumpkin, no relation to Nipsey Russell. For those of you under 100, Nipsey Russell was a comedian.
Yeah.
And it is Black History Month after all, so remember and smile when you think of Nipsey Russell. He's dead, right? Nipsey Russell is dead, isn't he?
Yeah, long ago, I think.
Okay, just making sure. Anyway, if you need, if your lotion cup doesn't run over, you need to get in touch with Val over at smellmymojo.com. I got the industrial size.
Yeah, you did.
I am good to go.
I got 5 bars of Sleigh Ride and some dog shampoo. Yes, buddy.
But if you hum it, I can fake it. Remember that joke?
Yeah.
Anyway, go to smellmymojo.com. And now I have to rub this in before I touch things. I'll wait for the bell.
Okay.
And it's all at smellmymojo.com. Smellmymojo. But the promo code Daily Mojo, and you'll save 15%.
Yeah.
So all that smelly goodness, and you save money. Smellmymojo.com, promo code Daily Mojo.
Wow. It's been 7 years.
Miss me yet?
This is your Daily Mojo. Enjoy.
If you have not yet downloaded the Daily Mojo app, please do so at thedailymojo.com. And you can, if you enable notifications, we will send you little notes here and there. And when we do that, you'll be able to know exactly what we're going to be doing. Let me give a delayed reaction. I don't know what they're watching over there. Let's see. Clock Tower Drunk is asking Grok what I'm up to right now. And Grok is supposed to not ever. It's kind of like the first rule of Fight Club.
Yeah.
What's the first rule of Fight Club?
We don't talk about Fight Club, Brad.
Damn straight we don't. What we do talk about, though, is if you are looking for a job with ICE, apparently they're getting some new applicants for ICE. Now, this is not an official applicant. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't even know. I don't even know dude's name.
It doesn't really matter.
Let me just say,
once you hear
it doesn't matter. He's ready to hook a brother up with some ice. Here he is.
Hey, yo, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to get this to DJ T. Get this to Donald J. Trump soon as possible. Hey, Donald Trump, listen here, bro. Hey, how much you paying per illegal? How much you paying per illegal? Cause I got about 50 niggas over here, tall ones, like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", that I know can run a Mexican down in 0.3 seconds, easy. We can round their ass up for you. All you got to do is let me know what the price is on their head. I got some niggas out here ready to get that money, man. You know what I'm saying? The dope game over with, Donald J. So let's make the new game catch it illegal, chase a Mexican, Venezuelan, Honduras, and whoever over here don't supposed to be over here.
I don't know about you. The last time I saw a Hondurasan, they frightened me.
Hondurasan.
Somebody had a fabulous suggestion to have illegal immigrants hunt down sex offenders for a chance at citizenship.
Yeah.
And it would be called Aliens versus Predators.
Oh, nice.
Not a stupid idea. I am convinced, however, that we are living in a simulation. There have been several things as of late that have just really sent me over the edge. There was one I saw yesterday, and when the Beaver, thank you, Beaver. I always appreciate the Beaver. Beaver sent this to me, and I'm like, no, that is not real. And then I found out, guess what? It is real.
It is real. It is real. I read that story.
That image right there. So I nominate the people of Minneapolis. This is a rando in a crowd of people up in Minneapolis, with carrying a sign that says, "I nominate the people of Minneapolis for the next Nobel Peace Prize," which is, hey, if you're going to, that's a creative sign to be carrying around out there. And son of a gun, if the Nobel Peace Prize people didn't say, that's a great idea, Minneapolis has been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize after the anti-ICE protests. This is in Newsweek. This is not the Babylon Bee. No, this cannot. Minneapolis and its residents have been nominated for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize amid ongoing tensions in Minneapolis over the actions of U.S. immigration and customs enforcement agents. Newsweek has contacted Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry's press team and ICE via email outside of regular working hours for comment. Why it matters. The Nobel Peace Prize has never been given to a city in the past, typically only going to individuals and organizations. Minneapolis has been in the spotlight in recent weeks after the fatal shootings of U.S. citizens Renee Nicole Good and Alex Pretty by federal agents in the city. Following the tragic incidents, there have been ongoing anti-ICE protests taking place in the city and other parts of the country, sparking wider debate about the actions of ICE agents in the country. Many stores, restaurants, and businesses have also taken part in economic blackouts. Only in the read, I haven't seen any widespread reporting of that. Have you?
No, other than the story you sent.
But they probably are going to. Well, Nancy Pelosi, remember, she told us how you do this. You put the story out there. It's the circular reporting. You put the story out there, and then once the story has been published online, you then refer back to the story to validate the story.
Yeah.
Genius, really. And the fact that so many people buy into it is both terrifying and amazing. Minneapolis and its residents were nominated for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize by the progressive news outlet The Nation. Did I realize that The Nation, if it's the publication I'm thinking of, I did not know that they...
I don't know that I've heard of The Nation.
Maybe it's it's the nation.com, and I'm not, this must not be the same place I
definitely
I used to.
Anybody who puts her ugly mug right on the front page.
How do you know she identifies as a her?
I don't.
Child care provider. Look at that. The headlines over at thenation.com. Child care providers around the country are being targeted by vigilante surveillance.
Huh.
Does that sound like it may? I have not read the story, but does that sound like it makes any sense? I mean, the story in Minneapolis was that the Somalians were taking advantage of this government money, and these businesses that were supposed to be childcare centers, and the transportation businesses too, to get people to and from the child centers, because what are they going to do, walk? And then getting the government money, the government grants, and then just taking that money and the most famous one, of course, was the Leering
Center.
The Leering Center. Is it doing it again?
Yeah, it's cutting out just a little bit. It's up right now.
It's so weird.
It's just been kind of.
Am I being controversial?
I don't think so.
We are concerned if you are listening to the program at the moment and you're hearing the program audio drop out on occasion. I'm looking up here at some information on the monitor here that is telling me that there are some blue lines and some green lines and some red lines.
Yeah, the red lines, I think, are the dropouts.
Well, there's no red line.
Oh.
There's a yellow line, and one of the blue lines is shorter than the rest of the blue lines. And I'm going to guess that is a place where the audio went up. I bet.
Probably.
I'm just guessing. Technology. We can put a man on the moon, but can we get a broadcast that does not drop out its audio? Hell to the no. All right, so we'll investigate that. And in the meantime, Phil Bell has some things to say as well about local government.
This is Phil Bell on the Daily MoJo with your morning update. I got an idea. I don't like local government very much, and that's because local government really becomes toxic very quickly. Just think about it. The same Karens that run HOAs tend to get elected to local government positions, and then they have the force of law, which makes them even worse. So I'd like to see every local government be abolished every 20 years and then reincorporated. That way you'd have a fresh look at the laws and at who you elect. So let me give you two examples of why. In Wilson County, North Carolina, during the recent snowstorm, there was a woman who saw through her Ring camera that a dog was abandoned outside. She took the dog into her home, cared for it, even let the government know, and when she did not bring the dog to them because she felt she could care for it, she was charged by the government with harboring that animal, even though everything was okay. Not to be outdone, the town of Lantana, Florida, in Palm Beach County, where President Trump lives, fined a woman $165,000, more than the value of her house, for parking on her grass. She has 3 people that live in her home. All 3 people have cars. She does not have the money to expand the driveway, the paved portion. So there's some cars that park on the grass. The town doesn't like it. So they kept fining and fining and fining her. And the Florida State Supreme Court said, yeah, it's okay. They can fine you more than the value of your house. It's all good. No problem. See, if we the people paid attention to our government, and if we the people made sure that the people who run local government are held accountable, just like we want to hold people in Congress accountable, just like we want to hold the president accountable, then guess what? A lot of the stupidity that happens simply would not be happening. So yeah, every 20 years, let's abolish local governments. Let's unelect the people who are elected. Let's force a new look at how these places operate and reincorporate them. That's my idea. Leave a comment under the show. Let us know what you think of it and if I'm just way off track. I also hope you'll download the Daily MoJo smartphone app and enable notifications. That way you'll be up to date on the latest craziness and good stuff coming out of Washington, D.C., and you'll know how to share it with others. Stay sharp, stay strong, and stay free right here on the Daily MoJo.
Before you go, remember to hit that like button if you agree with Phil. If you don't, let us know why in the comments below and share it with the world. Phil Bell's Morning Update is exclusively on thedailymojo.com.
Boots on the floor, coffee in hand, spin that dial, we start the band.
Boots, check. Keys, check. Attitude, check. We'll take it from here.
Sun comes up, headlines burn, mic goes live, we take our turn. Bradley J. Staggs at the seams. Talking big talk about big wild Daily MoJo. Bang that drum, chasing down that American dream. One job, one job, one job, one job. Wrong, you had one job wrong. Daily MoJo, beat that chest. Well, our broke, we still believe. One job, one job, one job, one job wrong. We're chasing that American dream.
The Daily Mojo.
Daily MoJo.
Shenzo 125 says there's a lot of solar flare with radio blackouts happening. Maybe that's what it is. I'm watching the blue lines and the green lines and the yellow lines.
It's been good since I said something about it.
Maybe you scared it.
Maybe I did.
Maybe you frightened it. It's absolutely possible that you frightened it in.
I have a question for you.
Yes?
Have you jumped on the Chat GPT caricature bandwagon yet? Have you seen those on Facebook? Look what I did. They're pretty good, the caricatures.
Except I don't have a beard.
I know. It's the only picture I had. I don't. That's the most recent photo I had of you was the one with the long beard.
Hold on. Every second of video online.
I said photo. I just haven't
30
snapped
frames.
I get you.
30 photos.
Yeah. Look
You
at that.
couldn't find one.
Misty said, who is that woman? Yeah.
Who does she look like there?
My dog. There's me. Look, it's got the wonky eye on the wrong side, but it's there.
I was going to say, it's got the wrong.
Yeah.
It does have the wrong
That's
side.
Chat GPT, man. Apparently, everybody's jumping on that bandwagon now to get
and that'll be free for about 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just enough to get
And
everybody.
then-
Yep.
Yep. They are teasing the hell out of us with that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So I did check. I had enough time to, while Ron was doing caricatures, I was looking into Somali daycare centers.
Well, good for you.
No, actually, the story over there at The Nation says that the country child care providers around the country being targeted by vigilante surveillance in response to bogus allegations of fraud in Minnesota. Right there is everything you need to know.
Yeah.
That kind of tells
Bogus
right
allegations.
In a sense. Bogus allegations. Okie dokie. Strangers are filming them, knocking on their doors, demanding to be let in. It's scaring parents and costing providers. Now, let's see if they... All right, the first line of it. As a woman originally from Somalia who runs a daycare business out of her home in California, there you go, Safio Jama, found herself the target of harassment late last year. I went to the G-Rock man who was, apparently I've been treating him right, except for the images. There has been a notable wave of harassment targeting certain daycare centers across the United States in recent months, though it is not a blanket phenomenon affecting all daycares nationwide. Primarily focusing on, according to the AI, Somali-run or Somali-American-operated child care providers and home-based daycares. Harassment stems from the viral video, claiming they were collecting federal subsidies without electing state investigators and inspections, largely debunked. Okay, here's the thing about AI, too. It does not, in theory, does not make up statistics. In theory, it will hallucinate. But it goes out and it collects information and then averages out what it finds. So what this tells me is that the sources that it's looking for are the ones claiming that the Somali daycare fraud were debunked. And I have yet to see those. Aside from mainstream media saying that they're debunked.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you've got a business called the Leering Center, and then remember the dude with the press conference?
Yeah.
Explaining the break-in. Explaining the break-in and how horrible it was that the thieves broke in and stole their paperwork. We hate that, don't we? I mean, that's just horrible. They break into a daycare and steal the paperwork. Now, all right, here's the argument for what. Let's say he's telling the truth. Who would have done that? All right, I'll answer. The people who would have done that are the people who were going to prove that they were also committing fraud. So these were more of the same people like Nick Shirley who were going to get in there and go through the paper. That will be the answer, if it hasn't already been. That will be the answer of, well, that doesn't make any sense that they're going to break into your daycare and steal your paperwork. Although, what is the paperwork going to tell you anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, what Nick Shirley was showing was that there's nobody going to these daycare centers. That it's an empty parking lot. That when they went and I guess they watched this place on more than one day, and there was no one, and it wasn't just Nick showing up out of town. And hey, it was the other Brian, what's his name, Jones, who had done some investigation. And David Jones,
David Hale, I think,
loved him in The Monkees.
But yeah.
He had done the investigation and dug deep into this prior to, and then contacted Nick Shirley. So it wasn't like they just one day got up and decided to go do this. And I don't honestly know what the latest on that is, because the damn news cycle is so fast.
Yeah.
And goes, I mean, it is like lightning speed. One day it's this, the next day it is something completely different. But that's where this is that story is coming from, that apparently, according to several news sources, there have been, now I'd like to see the actual numbers of Somali daycares that have been harassed, in quotes, and or attacked. I mean, is it 3? Is it 30? And if they are, were they committing fraud? Now, I'm not advocating for anybody to go, knock over a daycare center. That's crazy. But using common sense, when you look at places like the Quality Leering Center in Minneapolis, there's something going on there. If nothing else, dude, correct your sign. How do you look at that sign every day and it's like, you realize you misspelled learning, right? I mean, it tells you something about the attention they're giving to the charade, as Jean-Luc Picard would say. E1 Guru says fast news cycle if the left doesn't want to report it. Yes, that is the truth. They are victims. Oh, yes. Maureen in the Woods says they're victims. Can't you see? Yeah, that's and that's all you have to do is claim you're being victimized. Brian, how do you say that name?
When?
Nguyen is when?
When. Uh-huh.
Now. So just tell me how you say it.
When.
Now.
When.
I just want to know how to say it. So Brian Wen, his primary social media presence from back in the time, if you've forgotten what this dude looked like, you're going to go, oh, him. Do I have it over there already?
It was over there this morning. I saw it. Yeah.
There he goes. There is Brian.
Brian's on the left, folks.
So
just in case you
apparently he goes by Brianna now. Or then, anyway, I've not done an exhaustive search of like police records and everything else, but a preliminary, just a surface search indicates there's been like no activity with Brian or Brianna since 2022, which makes me wonder, was this whole thing a gaslighting operation itself?
Huh?
Was this just a public, again, just to see? Because I swear they were they were daring us to make fun of it. You've got a fat dude winning a beauty pageant for girls.
Miss Greater Dairy.
And you chose that pageant? But there's been nothing of note that Miss Brianna
Nguyen.
and the
Nguyen.
Yeah, and look what happens if you click on that profile.
Oh,
ta-da!
Gone.
Now, what does that mean? Nothing really, other than they took their profile down. But kind of weird they disappeared, isn't it? Almost makes you wonder if it wasn't another psyop. Not that they'd be running a psyop on us. I mean, that's crazy. Why would they wouldn't do that? They wouldn't be faking stuff. It would be making stuff up just to see how we'll react and then, try to tell us that we're the mean ones when we're just really trying to observe reality. And let's take Epstein. Is Epstein the ultimate in psyops? Because this is a report. Let's see if you can guess when the report was originally broadcast. NBC New York had this to say about Jeffrey Epstein.
The Justice Department says the warden of the federal lockup where Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his cell has been transferred out. And we're told the investigation into the many questions surrounding the apparent suicide of the millionaire sex offender is not proceeding as quickly as some officials expected. News 4's chief investigative reporter Jonathan Dienst is live in the newsroom to explain. John?
Chuck, we're told some prison staffers have been getting lawyers, delaying some of the questions investigators want to ask them. This is in the Caribbean. Investigators looking to see if there's any sex trafficking evidence involving Epstein or others at his compound there. New drone footage of yesterday's FBI and NYPD search of Epstein's Virgin Island estate.
Guess you got to figure out when this was originally broadcast, didn't you? If that was the search yesterday.
Agents want to know if there's any physical or electronic evidence that could point to accomplices in Epstein's past sex trafficking crimes. This search the latest step as authorities try to build a case against anyone who might have helped Epstein recruit young women. At the MCC today, the warden was transferred out, the move announced by the Justice Department that said 2 others were placed on leave pending the outcome of investigations. Additional actions may be taken as the circumstances warrant.
Now remember, not only the warden of the prison, but those 2 prison guards who we later found out were, if they weren't napping, they were busy doing a little online shopping of some, I guess, fairly expensive stuff. Stuff that you'd be buying if you had a sudden influx of cash. I mean, but that's just a conspiracy theorist viewpoint of the whole situation.
The moves come amid questions about why 2 prison guards apparently failed to check on Epstein for hours when they should have been checking on him every 30 minutes. Investigators also want to know about the decision to take Epstein off suicide watch. His own lawyers apparently said Epstein was fine after a previous incident believed to have been a possible suicide attempt. The Epstein case has been casting a spotlight on his rich and powerful friends. This woman, Ghislaine Maxwell,
I keep mispronouncing her name. It's Ghislaine.
Facing scrutiny after victims sued her, alleging she was a recruiter, charges she denies.
I made a statement. Thank you.
President Trump, a one-time friend of Epstein, seen here in this 1992 video, tried to connect former President Clinton to Epstein's island resort.
Ooh, that aged well.
You have to ask, did Bill Clinton go to the island? That's the question.
Clinton's spokesman fired back. Might be loud to hear over Air Force One, but that is the sound of Trump's credibility blowing in the wind.
Huh. I did not age well at that point, did it? I mean, we've seen, again, though, what do the pictures of Bill Clinton, either in the hot tub or on the plane, wherever he was, with the girl or woman sitting on his lap, but they tell us nothing. The faces were blacked out. They could have been 25, 30-year-old women. We don't know. Have no idea. Don't even know who they were. May have just sat down and take a picture. May not. We just don't know. Don't know any of that. But it's funny how they were all trying to distance themselves. This was aired in 2019. 2019. And so they were all trying to distance themselves from Jeffrey Epstein at the time. 6 years has gone by. The Clintons will now be testifying, or they'll be giving depositions, kind of the same thing. So we'll see what they have to say. It'll be fascinating to find out if their story is different than the story that we've been hearing. I'm not saying it is. Not saying it isn't. But this whole thing could have been, and well, still is, because the story isn't over yet. We still haven't seen the final act by a long shot. And with some of these papers that have come out, some of the stuff yesterday was fascinating. We'll get to that in a second. If you have not had your vitamins yet today, don't forget Dr. Stella at stellasmojo.com. When you go to see Dr. Stella right there online, you will find a variety of products designed to keep you in the best health possible, including the vitamins that you stir up in a glass of your favorite liquid and drink. This one's empty. There's a full one, however, out in the snack bar at the motel. It's the easiest way to take your vitamins and to stay ahead of the schniz that's out there. This weather, I know you don't get sick from the weather. That always drove me nuts. Don't make sure you wear a jacket outside because you'll catch a cold. No, that's not how you catch a cold. It is how you get miserable, though, because you go to bed at night and it's like, all right, I'm gonna turn the air conditioner on because it's hot, and then you wake up and the place is an ice box in the morning. Why don't you just set it on automatic? Because I don't trust that machine. Because I want to have a little control. That's why. That's why I don't set it on automatic. Stop asking me that. You know how crowded it gets in my head? You have no idea. But it does. But if you want to, and my point being that you are sweating 1 hour and freezing to death the next. They also have the Covita spray you can get at stellasmojo.com, which is handy if you're going to be amongst a crowd of the great unwashed, because you never know what they're going to be sneezing all over you. So get it today at stellasmojo.com using the promo code Daily MoJo to save 5% on your purchase. And as we like to say,
you've got to take your vitamins every day, and Stella's Mojo is the way.
At stellasmojo.com.
With an attitude. Every Thursday morning, tune you down. Ooh, yeah. To the Daily Mojo. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Now it's time to smile. Ooh, yeah. With Brad and Ron. King of the airwaves. King of the airwaves. The Daily Mojo. King of the airwaves.
This is your Daily Mojo.
I saw this picture yesterday online. I don't know. It was some ad. I think it was in a cluster of Temu ads. Temu has the weirdest ads. I know what Temu sells, but their ads are just bizarre. And I think this was in a cluster of Temu ads, and it's like, you're not going to get a whole hamburger out of that thing, right? That's barely. You fry that up, and there's no meat on that bone.
Nope.
None.
That's a tiny cow, dude. Wow.
That is a tiny ass cow. Wouldn't it be kind of cool though if they do that with pigs? What are they called? The soylent pigs. What are they? What are the little pygmy pigs?
Pygmies?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Those are the goats.
Oh,
what are the pigs called? The little pygmy pigs. Anyway, some of them will remind me. But wouldn't that be kind of neat if they could do that with cows, genetically engineer them to be like the size of a dachshund? Might be an interesting pet, right? Aside from the hooves marking up the hardwood floors, you have to put little socks on your cow. If they're gonna, dogs' claws do the same thing, right? They will scratch up a hardwood floor.
People who have goats. They clop around on the floor too. And there are people who have those in the house. I love those fainting goats. Have you seen?
I'm trying to decide you ever been around a goat?
Yes, but it's been a long time ago.
Oh, her?
They're a little bit asshole.
To her as a
you
goat.
know what I'm saying?
They do the little head button thing, and they're a little strange. But
have you ever done goat yoga?
I thought you were going to say if you've ever done acid and hung around with goats, because wow. No, not that those records are sealed.
Little pygmy goats running around while you're trying to do yoga. Hell, it's hard enough. I don't need a goat helping me.
Chenzo has an infected toe? Potbelly pig. Thank you, Leprechaun. I knew there was a term. Potbelly pig. So the Sorry. While I have that up, while I am reminded of that was fabulous, and it was it Clock Tower Drunk who put that out there yesterday on the X? Free Range Prisoner. Sorry, Free Range. And that is a brilliant meme. Don't let Trump steal the election. Support the SAVE Act. And we'll get to the latest on the SAVE Act coming up because the arguments against the SAVE Act are just, I don't know, stupid.
I heard something about the SAVE Act yesterday that I didn't know about. So when you get to it, we'll talk about it. But it was, I thought it was one way, but it's not apparently.
It's two-way?
It's two-way. Yeah.
It's two-way. So I was watching some of Benny Johnson yesterday on between Benny Johnson and Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson with AJ Gentile. I swear to you, we are in a simulation. There's just no doubt in my mind. But this is Benny talking with Alex Jones about Jeffrey Epstein.
Some of the most horrible comments and stories and emails about rape and torture and murder exist inside of these documents, some of the most powerful people on earth. And you're really left to wonder, like, what really did happen to Jeffrey Epstein in that jail cell? And there's one very interesting series of DOJ documents that show the investigation and charging of one of the lieutenants that was working at the prison the night that Jeffrey Epstein died. And he said that Jeffrey Epstein was wheeled out in a medical wheelchair and that he was handcuffed to the wheelchair, taken to a transfer van, and nobody ever saw Jeffrey Epstein again. And he thinks they switched him. What do you think about that, Alex?
I think there's a very good chance Epstein's still alive. I mean, I don't know, but we're being completely lied to.
First.
What
the hell is wrong with Alex's voice?
Dude's got a gravel, doesn't he? Holy cow.
Has he got the same thing that Savannah had? Does he need to get those looked at? Because, wow, that's oof.
Dude, yeah, witness protection type stuff. He was a major CIA spy working directly for Bill Barr and his...
I have not heard that one. Have you heard that Epstein was working for Bill Barr directly?
No, I had heard he was CIA,
but
not that he was working for Bill Barr specifically.
And that he was Mossad, too.
Yeah, I'd heard that.
So I think the chances are good that he was an intelligence operative of some kind.
Father. I mean, Bill Barr was a young man running Iran-Contra and then Attorney General twice. And we now know from documents that came out that he was with Fannie Willis in Georgia getting the indictments ready before the election in 2024. So, yeah, no, I mean, I'm not saying Epstein's still alive, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't believe any of this. And it's because Epstein, and people say, oh, you're covering for Israel. No, I go where the truth is. More than anything, he was CIA.
Or Mossad or MI6.
And now you have the King Charles's brother now has been detained by the police. He'll be brought in for police custody. I mean, the rats are leaving the sinking ship right now. I mean, this is historic. It's very, very dangerous. And I'm not saying we're out of the woods yet, but for God's sakes, Trump saying 3 days ago or 2 days ago, oh, I'm exonerated. Oh.
Wade says he is still alive. He was definitely working for all of them. You think?
Oh, yeah, because they lied to him and said, sir, there's a bunch of lies about you. And plus we can't prove it. So he's like, okay, you know what? No, Trump, this is your victory. This is your Excalibur, but you've got to execute it. And it's yours to lose. Just cry havoc, let loose the dogs of war, to quote Shakespeare.
That's not Shakespeare. That's the Klingon in the undiscovered country. How dare you, Al? That was the original Klingon.
Now is the time that people want truth. We need the truth. It's already devastating. It's not going away. I mean, Epstein went from being a 10, like a Spinal Tap, to an 11 to 100. I mean, it is now just, this is never stopping. It's never going away. And it's emblematic of the collapse of the old power structure where we are right now. So,
does that sound crazy? It doesn't sound crazy to me anymore. They tried to take Alex Jones out. He was like the first one in the crosshairs. And because he was he had his finger on the pulse. He knew what was going on.
$1 billion lawsuit. Billion with a B.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep. And I mean, him now. Do I believe the Sandy Hook? I think that was a fake. I don't think so. But I wasn't there. That's the point I'm at now. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know any of the people that were involved. If kids were murdered, that's horrible. Obviously, no one wants that. But I don't know anymore. But the according to the Hindustan Times, which generally speaking, the Hindustan Times is a fabulous tool of the machine and of the left. It sounds like it'd be hinky, doesn't it? Hindustan Times. It sounds like something conspiratorial, but it is generally a like a mainstream media apologist. The headline reading: Epstein files Roe. Who is Robert Grijalva? The new claim on prison staff behind the 4chan swap theory emerges, and this is they're calling it a debunked theory, which it's funny how they'll just no, that's been debunked. Where? Oh, it's been debunked. If they just put that, if they just say that enough, people start, oh, that's been debunked. But if you ask most people, well, show me where it's been debunked. Well, I mean, it's just been debunked. They said it was debunked, so I guess it's debunked. But it was the 4chan post that this guy back in 2019 put up on 4chan, as I said, and he described that evening when, or the evening before Jeffrey Epstein was, I'm using air quotes, found dead in his jail cell. And this is the 4chan post that was 8/10/19. This is we've since found out that one of the guards wrote this. And it was an anonymous post on 4chan at the time. Not saying anything after this. Please do not try to dox me. But last night after the 415 count, they took him, Epstein, medical in a wheelchair, front cuffed, but not one triage nurse says they spoke to him. Next thing we know, a trip van shows up. We do not do releases on the weekends unless a judge orders it. Next thing we know, he's put in a single man cell and hangs himself. Here's the thing. The trip van did not sign in, and we did not record the plate number, and a guy in a green dress military outfit was in the back of the van, according to the tower guy who let him through the gate. You guys, I am shaking right now, but I think they switched him out. And that was on the 10th of July, August of 2019. And why would the guy write that? I mean, who knows? People write weird stuff all the time, so there's no telling if that is completely bogus. There's that possibility. But this dude was a guard at the downtown prison in New York, and he was one of the two who were indicted, and then the charges were dropped, right? Which, again, it's just, tell me, I mean, how can you make something look hinkier than by doing what they did? By charging them and then dropping the charges. Which, if they dropped the charges, why did they, and what was the deal they got for the charges being dropped? And that's, I mean, you can speculate all you want to, and do we ever really get the full truth? Is there ever going to be an official document that's written out with a narrative and then signed by all parties? And here's what really happened, like OJ did with his book. If I did it, I mean, we all knew OJ did it, but do we know OJ did it? We don't know OJ did it, but we know OJ
I mean,
did
he
it.
didn't even have a deathbed confession, as far as I know.
I wasn't there when he died, so I don't know. His daughter was there, right? I mean, hell, what was it, 2 months before he died? He was saying he wasn't sick. He put that, he loved being on Twitter.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he loved to hear himself talk. And so he was like, all these rumors of me having cancer and not being healthy, they're not true. And next thing you know, he's dead. Did he Epstein himself? Let's see. I'm pretty sure they just dropped. Yeah, back in 2021, according to the BBC, the charges were dropped against the prison guards who falsified the records. They dismissed the charges. Tova Noel Michael Thomas admitted fabricating log entries to show they had monitored Epstein properly. Prosecutors asked the judge to dismiss their case, saying the pair have complied with a plea deal. Night of his suicide, blah, 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 surveillance footage. They admitted that they didn't do their job, instead spent substantial portions of their shift at their desk, browsed the internet, moved around the common area. And we all saw the video of the common area and how it was the camera was conveniently pointed in such a way that you could not tell who was going up the damn stairs to Epstein's cell. And the camera at the end of the hall, which would have given you a front-on view of whoever was going into Epstein's cell, it wasn't working.
Wasn't working.
Oh, yeah. What a bummer that is. I mean, the whole thing is just, it's a setup.
I mean, you would think he was high profile enough that camera should have been working.
Yeah, and they shouldn't have put him into a damn cell with a dude who was a strangler either. There's so many things that shouldn't have, couldn't have, wouldn't have happened, that nothing is out of the question. As far as I'm concerned, nothing is out of the question. But if this 4chan post from 2019, I tend to believe it more than I believe the mainstream media or anything the government says. That's the sad part. Marine in the Woods. In the investigation, that guard wasn't working that night. Right. And so, I wasn't there. I don't know. But it certainly makes sense that they switched him out. If you have that much juice, if you have that much power, that you can get and that much is what we have. What hasn't been released in the Epstein files? Videos, right? They have not. They've released pictures, but there's no. They haven't released any videos, have they?
I don't know. I haven't been. I mean, that was
I don't think
lot.
They have.
That last dump was large, so I don't know.
Which reminds me, I'm glad you brought that up, Ron. That last dump was large, and where is it? There. I thought about you yesterday when I saw this.
I've seen those. That's pretty cool. The bumper dumper.
Yeah, it's and I couldn't figure out. We on Wednesday we played the video of a guy. It was a short, and he comes out and he puts the bumper dumper into his receiver, his
hitch receiver,
receiver there. Yep. And it's got a toilet seat on it. We're like, wait a second, that is not real. And I looked, and son of a, it's real. And you can get it. And it was the way I figured. You put a bucket up underneath it, and it's got a little toilet paper holder on it. And I mean, it's really kind of genius. And it's $100.
Yeah,
and if you have a truck,
that's been around for a while. The bumper dumper.
I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
If I haven't seen it, a lot of people haven't seen it. So now you've seen it.
I mean, if you're out camping, that's genius, actually.
Yeah, but even if you're just on a long road trip. I mean, even if you just enjoy going outdoors, right? Okay, you could put that in your driveway, and I'm sure the neighbors will love you for that. Let's see. According to the BBC, thousands of Epstein documents have been taken down after victims were identified. So now we're in the process of taking them down. And also, according to the BBC, this just posted at 3 a.m. Central Time this morning. Naked images remained in Epstein files despite outcry. So, and the 3.5 million documents were dumped, but the as far as videos are concerned, because there's videos, that's the damning evidence, are the hidden videos. There's not going to be the little black book doesn't exist because there's no sign-in log. Who's going to sign in when you go to Epstein Island? They're hidden cameras, and that's how he held his power, is by having videos of people that were in powerful positions doing things they shouldn't have been doing with people they shouldn't have been doing it with. And by having those videos and threatening to release those to the public, that's where all the negotiation power was, and I guess still is, because if the videos haven't been released, and do they even have the videos? Maybe they don't have the videos. Maybe no one has those. Maybe those were recorded on a server somewhere that no one has them yet.
All right.
Would make a lot of people nervous.
I have a very strange thought, and that is, what if all these powerful people who are in these Epstein videos are the ones pushing for AI videos and dumping money into AI, so that then it's easy to claim that video's not me, that's AI.
Sure.
Because that's a lot of powerful people with a lot of money.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense, actually. Why not?
Wow.
We want to make sure that AI video creation, because then you can't trust a damn thing.
Not a damn thing
you see.
Nope.
Unless you get a hold of somebody that that can F around with the metadata
and figure it out
inside the video.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, people will ask Grok, is this AI generated? maybe the AI, the Grok knows whether a video is AI generated or not. I don't know.
I've seen him respond, and the way he responds is that there's, like, he'll say there's a lot of indications that this is a artificially generated video, and if there's an anomaly in it, like, six-fingered chick. Yeah. And there's a video up on YouTube right now about some of the signs you can use to spot AI slop on in videos.
But they'll end up fixing that, so you wouldn't be able to spot it anymore.
Yeah, but if as a computer programmer, what was the thing you always did to code that you wrote?
Always put notes in it. I always put some kind of identifying piece in it.
And
I don't know. I was never a computer programmer, but okay.
Good name for a gay bar. A back door. You always put a back door into.
Yeah, not always, but okay.
And and so that's how they'll be able to find, somebody who's really good at computer programming, computer language, like Joe Biden. He'll be able to. Oh shoot! The thumbnail didn't stick. Because the thumbnail for this particular video on how to spot AI slop.
The only Native American in the crowd. Out of thousands of people, it chose them. The stadium went silent, knowing they just witnessed something powerful. A moment of respect, spirit, and visibility. Folded hands sparkle. Yeah, no, it's not AI. No, it's his eagle when he gets hired to fly it at sport events. Yeah, my initial thinking was that. But then I saw the dude below him taking a pic with what seems to be a piece of brownie. And
See that? Because AI doesn't know what a camera is. I mean, it knows what a camera should be, right? But it doesn't. It's never held a camera. And I mean, from a distance, you could. I mean, human beings all the time confusing a gun for a cell phone. Why couldn't AI confuse a brownie for a camera?
The hand below would have been blocking their own camera. I ran a video on people believing AI slop was real 2 years ago, and you all said, nah, Matt, the comments are all bots too. No one actually gets tricked by AI. Well, look at the mess we're in now, eh? Having to question everything we see these days like some nightmarish version of Is It Cake? AI used to be easy to
I miss the good old days.
Yeah.
Boy, do I miss the good old days when, Will Smith eating spaghetti. That was not that long ago. Was it a year and a half ago that was we had the infamous Will Smith devouring and becoming actually one with the spaghetti? And then look how far we've come now. The thumbnail on this particular video, there is a I wish I can't figure out how to get the thumbnail up over there because it's not necessarily something that's in the video, but she's holding a game controller and the game controller cord runs to a bag of potato chips. So you can kind of tell that it's not a real image. Plus she's like wearing one shoe and the other one on the other foot, there's nothing. And her other foot is oddly flat. So there are still some things you can tell that are telltale signs of AI slop, but it's getting harder and harder to recognize it because it's getting better every day. The song that that AI wrote about Springsteen meeting Epstein, that was worlds better than the songs that it was writing 6 months ago. And that song is still pretty damn good. Gonna have to say that song is a banger. I'm a little concerned, actually. We will what was you were going to? What did you say you had? The Save Act. You said something about.
The Save Act. I learned yesterday that the
I was going to say we'll get to this.
Yeah. Okay.
But hang on, if you've got it, yeah. I just want to make sure that you had whatever it was because we'll do this and then we'll do that.
It's Thursday morning, the coffee's hot. Brad and Ron, they've got the lot. News and weather, traffic too. They spin the hits just for you. Oh, the Daily MoJo's on the air. Thursday shimmer beyond compare. From the 60s swing to 22 flair, you'll find the groove, it's everywhere. Turn the dial and let it play, they'll chase your blues right away. From Beatles beats to disco sheen and everything in between. They're spinning tales, they're spinning tunes, bright as the morning, sharp as news. The 60 swing to an ambient flare, you'll find the groove, it's everywhere.
You know, I miss the days when we were playing jazz music, don't you? I think we need to bring them back.
I like jazz. Yeah.
I like some good jazz. I just was perusing the headlines over both the far ends of the spectrum, the political spectrum, and it's fascinating. You look over at Fox, and we've got the main headline is Trump is speaking at the 74th annual National Prayer Breakfast. You got Savannah's mom's story, an update there. Social media erupts. Progressive mayor plays race card when pressed about car. Body cam, New York. There's a new TikTok trend. Leaves boy badly burned as doctors issue warning. What is that? That looks like a dishwasher pod. What the hell are they doing with dishwasher pods now? I will have to admit that some dishwasher pods look really tasty. Not that I think that
colors,
they should.
Bradley. Bright colors.
They really. You look at them, you go, this is. And I'm not suggesting they should make them a different color. I'm just saying I've looked at them and gone, I wonder what that does taste like. And then the other side of my brain goes, you know what it tastes like. Don't try it.
Yeah.
And then over at CNN, but interestingly enough, Savannah's mom there at the top. Epstein survivors say file redactions release appear to shield enablers. Trump obliterates and aids efforts to downplay his comments again. The the days of ever getting anything remotely close to, the news covering
the truth,
news stories,
is
just, those days are gone, because and then you've got, with the proliferation of websites, you have places like the Fulcrum leveraging our differences. I don't know what that means, but the headline being the SAVE Act addressing a non-existent problem at the cost of voter access. If you're not familiar with the SAVE Act, it is about essentially trying to keep the integrity, or preserve the integrity, or maybe actually create integrity around elections. This is back in May of 25, so several months ago they wrote this article, and it's the National Voter Registration Act. Basically, you have to show a form of ID to vote. I mean, it's pretty.
Well, here's
at
the
its
thing
core, that's what it is.
About the SAVE Act that I learned is, when we go in to vote in Texas, you're required to show your driver's license. You're required to show it. They don't let you vote without showing it. It's odd to me that other states don't do that. But so the SAVE Act, the part that I learned is, in order to vote, the SAVE Act requires that you have a passport or a birth certificate. A driver's license is not part of the SAVE Act.
Or a real ID, is it not?
Well, that's what they're trying to make it. But a driver's license isn't part of the requirements of the SAVE Act right now. That's what I learned
driver's
yesterday.
license doesn't prove that you're a citizen.
Correct. Which is why people are complaining about it, because they don't have, quote unquote, minorities don't have access to their birth certificate or a passport, because many people don't have passports. So
you can go get a passport.
You can go get a passport.
You can go get your birth certificate.
Get your birth
a copy
certificate.
thereof.
Yeah.
I mean, people are smart enough to do that.
Ultimately, I had been hearing a lot of people complaining that, well, people can't get driver's license. Bullshit. If they don't have a driver's license, then there's something else wrong, right? They don't need to be voting if they don't have proper ID. Well, proper ID is now defined.
There's only one reason that you wouldn't want to have this act passed, and that is you want to be able to cheat.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Dead people voting, people who aren't citizens voting. That's why they fight so hard against voter ID.
87% of white voters support it. 76% of non-white voters support it. It's overwhelmingly supported across ethnic lines. CNN polling indicated 85% of white respondents, 82% of Latino respondents, 76% of black respondents supported photo ID to vote. Same Gallup poll showed 86% of white voters and 80% of minority voters favored photo ID laws. Support is consistently high. So why is it that they don't? And the only reason that makes any damn sense is they want to be able to cheat. And they tie it to racism so that everybody goes, oh, I don't want to be a racist. But I think that's where I think people like Chuck Schumer, who says it's Jim Crow 2.0, he's making a mistake at this point, because I don't think people, by and large anymore, are afraid of being called racist. They've overused it, and it doesn't have any meaning anymore. It has zero meaning to anybody with a brain. Now you're going to get those people out there, like we see them in the streets. If you want to see a cross section of them, they'll be the ones out there protesting ICE that are trying to say that it is that they don't support this because, well, you're racist, and they believe they don't want to be called racist. They want to be doing the right thing, quote unquote, and they believe they're doing the right thing. Which, how do you fight back when somebody, or have, aside from educating them with Alex Preddy, we saw the side of him that we hadn't initially seen, with him kicking out the tail light of the vehicle, the ICE vehicle.
Right.
We saw him getting really pissed off. That doesn't negate what I said. I think he still believes he was fighting Nazis. And how do you convince somebody like that they're not Nazis? It's really tough when somebody has, it'd be like trying, probably in a lot of cases, trying to convince a Christian, you don't need to be a Christian. How do you do that? It's damned hard. And I don't have the answer. I wish I did. And likely the answer to all of this is that we're never going to fix this problem because there will always be ignorant people. And you can fix ignorance, you can't fix stupid. And going all the way back to show what Trump was doing, even though some people wanted to be mean and say, well, it doesn't matter just because she's wealthy. What Trump did is trying to, and don't get me wrong, I believe that there was political capital at play as well, but trying to show that there's compassion. The right side, the conservative, the Republican, whatever side has compassion. Doesn't matter who you are. Savannah Guthrie, and apparently Trump knows her and they get along fine. Arguably, she's on the left. Although when you look at what, her book, does that align with what we would consider a leftist? She wrote a book about God. It's almost like people might be complex.
Yeah.
Excuse me, complex.
Complex.
Or is it complex? Because the complex is where you go. Complexity is complicated. So he was trying to show that we have compassion. And I think that's great. That he is putting the force of the federal government behind this search. Who wouldn't be behind trying to find Savannah Guthrie's mom? I mean, what kind of a heartless whatever do you have to be to say, no, we shouldn't try to help? How do you justify that? Well, I know there are a lot of things that need attention. I get that, but this is one thing that it's in the national spotlight. Let's use it. Well, it's not right to use a situation like this. Never let a tragedy go to waste. But if we can help find Savannah Guthrie's mom, it's a good thing. And it might, I don't know, be a step in trying to come together. Maybe. If it's ever going to happen. Because I don't know that it will. Unless we have the attack from Mars or the inevitable Yellowstone eruption.
Yeah.
Which I guess what I'm about to say makes it not necessarily inevitable because it may or may not happen. By definition, that would mean it's not inevitable. And yet I think it'll happen.
We do have Brandon.
Brandon with us?
Yeah, I'm working on something real quick to make sure that it works for us. And
well, then I'll make a hole and
yeah,
I'll dig a hole here and then we'll fill it in on the other side on the Daily MoJo.
Where political correctness comes to die. The Daily MoJo.
3B38 is in the Rebel chat room, says, I've started calling the leftists racists and fascists. I also point out, what is it with the crowd this morning? I got beat off. I'll get the bill. I would if I had it. I also point out that Hitler was a Democrat, socialist, and pro-abortion. Then I call them liberal Nazis. It really gets under their skin. I know, and it's tempting. Wouldn't it be nice if we could get along? I mean, wouldn't it be swell if we ordered each other's throats all the time? I mean, I think that would be nice. It's just a thought.
Yeah.
I am told we are ready for Brandon Morse,
That's
ladies
correct.
and gentlemen, and I would hit an intro, but I don't think there is one. So, hey, Brandon, okay.
Well, let's just get him over here. Let's see if I can get this working.
Oh, hang on. Wait.
There you go.
There we go.
Look at you.
That's
Well,
me.
interesting.
I'm still tweaking, so bear with me. Go ahead, everybody.
So
What do we got
you'll
going on
notice
there? Is
that
that
I
like a
kind of had
thing?
to
Is
I had to get creative here because I could not get the camera to work. Remember, for the past 2 times I've been on here, it's been a little difficult to get the camera to work.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, what if I just activated my OBS and then I shared the window with you? And so I was like, oh, maybe I could get that to work and I could just have the window go full screen. Well, I can't, apparently. But Ron, being the technical genius that he is, as you can see, he's performing a magic trick live as we speak. There it is. Look at that. You wouldn't even know.
Look at that.
You wouldn't even know I'm coming through OBS right now. Wouldn't
You're
even
all
know.
boxed in. No, and for those of you who don't know what OBS is, it's a program. That's all you need to know. Stop asking questions. None of your damn business is what OBS is.
Is that a form of stomach virus?
It's a bowel syndrome. It's outward bowel syndrome. It's when everything falls out and you don't want it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how are you? You seem
IBS. That's what that
and you don't want to advance to go to OBS. Not even a little bit. Right. Or the bumper dumper. Did you see the bumper dumper?
No.
Apparently you didn't see it. What did I do? Oh, hell, I don't have the bumper dumper open anymore.
Oh, I got to work on that page too. Give me just a second.
What, the bumper dumper?
No, the page where he can see the bumper dumper.
Oh, he can't see it. Well, you know what, Brandon, when you have a chance, you just go find the bumper dumper on your own. It's a toilet that you plug into the receiver, the hitch receiver on your truck.
Oh, you know what?
It's only $100.
What I can do this. There you go. The bumper dumper.
Look at that. The bumper dumper.
The ultimate portable toilet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Isn't that nice? I mean,
oh, yeah.
It's a genius idea, and for $100 you can have one.
Can I poke a hole in this? Just for a moment.
Yeah.
There already is a hole in it, but sure.
Okay. So
You're
here's
welcome.
my issue with what I'm looking at. As you can see, it's in the back of a truck, right? A large truck.
No, it's behind it. Behind the truck, yeah.
Correct. That is elevated off the ground. If you'll notice the environment around it, it is primarily woods. It is primarily outdoors, kind of in the boonies a little bit and stuff like that. My question would be, why would I need to pay $100 and waste time on installation when I could just go behind a tree?
Right. Well, then you are risking bites of nasty insects across all sorts of body parts. It'll be, well, you know where they'll be. And it'll be right there on the ground. I mean, it's just neater and nicer and, I don't know, more civilized to be hooked up to a bumper. But I get your reticence to pay $99.
But is it more civilized, though? Because think about it. I mean, like, afterward, you're still having to dump it out, right?
That's
You're
true.
still having
Yeah,
to deal
you
with
are
it.
adding a plastic bag.
You're
to
just
it.
giving
Yeah.
yourself an extra step to deal with it. And if it is connected to the back of your truck or even in your truck for any reason, there are chances that there are things that are going to crawl into it while you're not looking anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, that is an invention that I probably would swipe left on.
Well, and you don't ever want to drive off while someone is in the midst of using the bumper dumper.
Correct. What if I park, like I accidentally leave it out of park or I'm on an incline, there's just so many
Only
things that
women do
have to
that.
go right for that to work. And one of the things that has to go right is someone else there to handle your poop for you after you're done.
Just don't ever allow the woman to drive the truck, and you won't make stupid mistakes about parking it on a hill without the brake.
I know, I get that, but I just think that accidents happen.
Yeah.
I would just rather.
No, I completely agree.
I would just.
You
go
just
behind
rather
the
do it
tree.
in a bush.
Yeah, like
All right,
God
well, we know
intended.
we know where to find you then. Behind a tree.
Don't come find me until after I'm done. In fact, just avoid that area for a little while.
Dumper damn near killed her. Thank you, Michaela's mom. What's new in your world? Anything good? I constantly get little notifications in my email that I've missed messages from you on Discord, and I think it's just trying to get. I think it's a naughty little trick of them to try to get me to click and go to Discord, which I do.
Correct.
But then I'm like, "Where's the message?" I'm look. Brandon's trying to get a hold of me and trying to give me a message. What is it?
At everyone on Discord and it pings you, it's because I released a new video.
You mean it's just clickbait?
Yeah.
it's not nice to do to old people. It's not nice to do to old people like me. Because then I
It's
think
not nice to do to anyone,
Brandon's
but
thinking
you know
me.
what? I have to survive in this world just like you.
I totally, I completely understand that. That is a reasonable expectation.
But to answer
all right,
your
so
question,
everything's good. You're absolutely
There's nothing
right,
going on.
right.
I'm just chilling. I'm just relaxing.
Well,
what are you doing?
That's good. You sound good. You sound upbeat. You sound happy. We like to hear that. There's a lot of things in the news that we could discuss. And I mean, for instance, now the theory that Jeffrey Epstein is once again, not that it ever went away, but once again could be out there running around amongst the living, possibly with a different face. What's your take on that? You think he's alive?
No, I think he's dead. He's got too many secrets that are about to be peeled wide open. The last thing they want is anyone who can talk. The fact that Ghislaine Maxwell, is that how you say her name? Is it Ghislaine Maxwell?
That's
or
how I
Ghislaine
say
Maxwell?
it. I usually Ghislaine Maxwell, just as seems to fit
Ghislaine?
more
Yeah.
aptly, but
It feels more fitting for
It's like-
her,
it's like Penny Lane, but Ghislaine.
Ghislaine, right. So Ghislaine Maxwell, the fact that she's alive actually is very surprising to me. But she is the daughter of like a wealthy guy or something. I don't know, somebody with power. So who knows? Maybe that's why she's still alive. But regardless, I just think it's I think that if you were to kill Jeffrey Epstein a few years ago would be the correct time to do it. Because I mean, if he talks, if anyone gets to him, if someone makes a deal with him, a myriad of very rich and powerful people are going down. Myriad.
One could argue they've done that in the past.
True.
But I mean, well, look at. Thank you. That's I was spur of the moment too. I was right off the top of my head.
I know.
Which ironically, they've done that too. Thank you. I've got a bunch of them. Let's just see how fast they keep coming.
That's what he.
Oh, look, another one.
See, you set me up there. You set me up there.
Here's the thing, Brandon. When you think about it, it's really it's not hard. Your turn.
I mean, I got nothing to follow up with there because I was gonna go for like the guy in the wheelchair joke, but I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. Thank you, Stephen Hawking. I was gonna go for a Stephen Hawking joke, but then my mind blanked on his name, and I was like, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
That's one of the random pieces of information that apparently is readily available in my head.
What's that?
I said that's apparently one of the random pieces of information that's readily available in my head. Stephen Hawking.
See, it's normally readily available in my head, but I'm still pre-coffee, so I'm still just kind of struggling.
Shame
over
on
here.
you.
Shame.
Well,
on
let
me.
me ask you this: have you watched any of the new Starfleet Academy TV show?
I have not, but I have watched so many reviews. I have seen the clips. I am not even as Trekkie, and I feel bad for Trekkie fans. Like this is Alex Kurtzman just Ghislaining all over Star Trek. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Thank you.
All over. Yeah.
Thank you. And here to rebut that statement is Ron Phillips, who has watched all of the Starfleet Academy episodes and has a review. What did you give it? A 9 out of 10?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's
9 out of 10?
I would say an 8, probably out of 10.
8 out of 10. And
Yeah.
you like it because?
It's number one, it's different, and number two, they're not in your face with all the woke shit. If you just stick to the story, if you just watch the show and stick to the story. So far, the 4 episodes that are out, I think the 5th one comes out today, but so far I liked it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I did. I ended up liking it. Now, Holly Hunter as a captain, it's just kind of she's weird about things. She lays all over everything. She's throwing herself down. She's barefoot all the time. It's just kind of weird to be the chancellor of a school and or the captain of that ship and doing what she does. But the storylines with all the the new actors. I like it. It's kind of cool. The fourth episode dealt mainly with the Klingon actor and his family, and Klingons, getting a new planet because they're about to go extinct, kind of thing. And so I thought it was a cool story.
So you thought it was pretty cool that the Klingon has two dads and a mom, so he's in a.
I stuck to the story. I tried to overlook the wokeness.
That is the story, that he has two dads and a mom, and he's gay, and his name is
Jaden.
You don't think he's
Jaden?
Yeah.
That's his name.
Jaden.
Jaden.
The fact that they're destroying Klingon lore. And here's my thing about Starfleet Academy. If it wasn't Star Trek, okay, it's an interesting story, but it's not Star Trek.
Yeah,
That's
when
the problem.
you're talking about Star Trek canon, this is not it. There is no question about that.
Right. It's not a Star Trek show. They've sapped elements.
Right.
Yep.
Based on that alone. Here, listen to the way that you're talking, Ron. Okay? Based on that alone. It's not Star Trek, firstly. Okay? Because, I'm sorry, Klingons would not act that way. They would not. I'm not even a Trekkie, and I know that. All right? The entire situation where these kids that are going to Starfleet Academy are, just these goofy, we're all having a good time and we're all silly and we're all doing jokes and that wouldn't be a thing, because Starfleet Academy is for the best of the best of the best. If you are a fat lesbian who comes up to your instructor and goes, "I swallowed my comm badge," you're probably out. Okay, you're probably out. The fact that the entire staff is, with the exception of like two people, fat lesbians, or not fat lesbians, but a lesbian. I'm sorry. The fact, Ron, that you told me constantly, I had to overlook the fact. If you have to consistently overlook something, it's not good. You can have a decent story, but if you're consistently having to overlook the characters and get past their flaws and their improbabilities, then it's probably not that great. I think that this show is a complete disrespect to Star Trek. And you kind of said it earlier. If they had called it something else, and if not Star Trek, but something else, maybe it could stand on its own merits. But it can't.
Space gaze. Space gaze.
It's too many. I'm sorry. It's the Kathleen Kennedy approach turned up to 11. Put a chick in it and make her lame and gay. But they made a Klingon gay.
Yes.
Klingon.
That's the problem with it.
He doesn't like war. He doesn't like
And he's not a Klingon.
Girls.
He's not a Klingon.
He wears Klingon makeup, and that's it. That's the extent of his Klingon.
Look, you asked me if I liked the show. I liked the show.
Yeah. You have that right.
I like the show.
Seriously,
Dark Magneto says, well, if he likes it, Ron must be gay if he's into it. Oh, that's Freebie 38. Sorry. Dark Magneto said that is not
Freebie 38 has got a thing about me being gay. He's secretly gay for me. I get it.
If the two of you hadn't had that
For
date
F's sake.
that night, I mean,
you want to know what
if you hadn't shown that you were into
Then
him,
he likes to drag my mom
maybe.
into shit, which is not cool. So
What?
Freebie 38
He
can
drug
kiss
you?
my ass. How's that?
Do you want to know
Lover's
what
quarrel.
I did see that I liked a lot?
What?
I saw it last night. Ron's mom. No, I'm kidding. Iron Lung.
Iron Lung?
That's that dude he independent dude did the movie by himself, right?
Check this. So his name is Markiplier. He's a YouTuber, and he's been a YouTuber for a long time. Started off as like a gaming YouTuber where he would primarily play like scary games and stuff. And he was kind of a staple for a long time. Like you got on, if Markiplier released a new video, you watched him play it. That was just the way things went. And then, so he plays Iron Lung, which is a video game made by this guy named Shermansky.
I knew that.
Who is, I just found this out, he's a Christian. Christians, dude, I swear, Christians Christian media is absolutely awful. It's some of the worst stuff you will ever watch, with the exception of like maybe The Chosen and a couple other things. But when Christians make media that is not intended to be Christian, it is some of the darkest stuff you will ever see. I can list them off too.
Yeah.
I mean, like not just Iron Lung, but like, you know, The Torturer's Assistant was made by a devout Catholic. Five Nights at Freddy's, Scott Coffin, he's a like devout Christian. You just get like, I didn't know this. John Krasinski is a Christian, and I mean, he made A Quiet Place. Like it's crazy. So, But anyway, so Iron Lung is based off a video game, and Markiplier loved the game so much. He loved the lore behind the game. And what's funny is if you play the game, you think there's not that much lore to it, right? You're basically in this iron tube submarine thing, and you go around in this alien planet in an ocean of blood, and you try to find artifacts, right? That's the game.
I wouldn't have thought you could make a movie out of Silent Hill.
You could easily make a movie out of Silent Hill. Easily.
Well, they did.
Would it be good? Probably not.
Well, that's the problem. Well, but there are moments in Silent Hill that are decent. Now the sequels to it, but I mean that's it's like making going back to a Breaking Bad reference, creating Better Call Saul. You know, one character out of Breaking Bad who is like quirky. All it takes is a good imagination, and that's apparently what this. Mark, 100%. How do you say his name?
Markiplier. Markiplier. Yeah, that's what he did. He loved the game and he loved the lore so much that he was like, I'm going to make a movie out of this. Yep, that's Marky. He
and good for him.
This movie, and he writes it and he stars in it. He directs it, and I'll be honest with you, like the entire movie takes place in one tiny hallway of this Iron Lung ship. It's like it's a very small submarine. You don't get out of it ever in this movie, ever, with the exception of like 2 scenes. And it's just to show you what's happening outside the sub in like these split-second moments. But everything it's a box movie. You stay in this one place. And Markiplier, this movie could have fallen apart if Markiplier was a bad actor. He is a spectacular actor. I was blown away. I expected it to be kind of like, you know, not phoned in, but like, you know, kind of stiff a little bit.
Where is it? We're running out of time. So where is it? Where can people see it? Because I haven't even looked to see where you can see it. I've just seen a couple of the reviews.
After this week, but now that it's gotten so popular, I think check your local theater. Right. It should be.
And now he's fighting the machine. They're trying to knock him out of the top 10. I mean, it's a David and Goliath. It's another David and Goliath story, and I'm loving it. And Disney. Disney does not like that.
They don't like that.
What's happening over at your YouTube channel? Anything you want to talk about?
Yep. Go watch that Stranger Things Netflix all over itself. Give it a like and a comment, and then I'm working on something right now talking about this Markiplier movie. Right now, I'm talking about it.
Cool. All right. Good to see you back. Good to see you up. Good to see you happy. And we'll see you next week if you show up.
Much love.
See you, buddy.
Shut up.
There it is. The Brandon Morse on
if you
on
show
all
up.
social media. If you show up. And that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
What do you mean it's let's go?
That's 2 hours and some change, actually, of some fun stuff and some serious stuff and a little bit of that and a little bit of this mixed in, some spices thrown in. We mix it all up like iguana egg stew, and we call it the Daily MoJo for, in this case, today, Thursday, the 5th day of February, the year of our Lord 2026. And did anybody learn anything? Freebie 38 says, I learned I'm living rent-free in Ron's head. Right on. John Glad says, don't tell Brad Silent Hill made a movie at least 10 years ago. I know that. That's what I said, John. And yes, I'm aware of that. That's why I even mentioned the sequel. And it was 20 years ago, I believe. If not. Anyway, good to have you here listening to the program. See, over on the X, see, no wonder headlines can be misleading. Peekapoo says, is the bumper dumper compatible with the squatty potty? No, and actually it is.
I had a squatty potty.
It's anti-squatty potty, really big. Well, I guess you could make it squatty potty.
Because your legs dangle on the bumper dumper.
But if you put a an apple in front of full apple in front of you, you would then have the squatty potty posture. So just remember that. And Peekaboo also said Holly Hunter's character is from the planet Shays Loungican 7, which does explain exactly why she is laying all over the furniture. Plus, she's like 500-600 years old and still wears glasses. Deb Chadway says, I love the series The Chosen. I can't remember if I've seen that. Was that Wahlberg?
No, The Chosen.
No.
It's a Christian.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen it. And, well, that's all I have to say about that. As for the rest of you, remember that we the people are staying together, otherwise solo hanging separately, 6 times trying to resist stupid. Good night, Hudson.
Wherever you are.
I
Have
got
a good one.
in.
7 years, buddy.
You felt it.
Watch and listen at thedailymojo.com.